Well, guys, based on what I said in the previous video, by this point, I must be at 100 subscribers because I am making this video and it is uploading. So thank you for getting me to 100 subscribers, guys. I thank you to everyone who came over from pebos. So now, let's get to the details, guys. Let's get into exactly what happened. I will not spill any details. I'll give you the true story. Before I start the video, let me just give you a summary. Basically, I was a victim of YouTube's practice of guilty until proven innocent. That is basically the main policy that screwed me over. I do agree, guys, that some of this was actually my fault. I will get into that a little bit later on why it was my fault. But basically, it's 50% my fault, 50% of YouTube's fault that I got, the copyright strikes, and I can't make videos for another 5 months now. So yeah, it's no longer 6 months, it's actually 5 months now. It's been a month. So let's begin the story, guys. The story begins on November 15th. On November 15th, Microsoft, right, the Halo 5, somebody leaked the beta, right? So I thought, ooh, a pretty cool topic. I think people would be pretty interested in this topic. So I made a video, guys, talking about this issue. I showed no actual gameplay, so I was not in violation of the Digital Millennium Act, Copyright Act. Yes, that was the act that that has the issue. So about an hour later, an hour after I posted the video, Microsoft gave me a copyright strike for infringing their rights, saying that I posted illegal content on the channel. That was very, very frustrating. At the time, I really believed that I was in fault. I thought I was in fault. I thought, oh, the game got leaked. It was my fault. I made a video about it, even though I did not show any gameplay. So a few weeks later, I realized I spoke to a few people who were in very similar situations, and they're like, "Yo, this is not your fault. You're within the Digital Millennium Copyright Act's, boundaries. You're fair use. That's all fair use." So I'm like, "Oh, thanks." So yeah, I plan to appeal the strike. So what happened is, guys, I appealed the strike, right? The issue is it took them about a few weeks to respond, and what happened in between those few weeks is where the issue came in. Because basically, YouTube's policy is once you have a copyright strike, you become an outlaw. What that means is they want you dead. They don't give a crap who you are, who you aren't. They want you dead, no matter what your previous history is, no matter what. So basically, YouTube will start using some pretty sketchy policies to get you removed from YouTube. So basically, I'm going to sidestep a little bit, guys. So basically, the reason why I'm not posting any videos is because of this copyright stuff. Because you're an outlaw. I'm an outlaw now, guys. That's why I'm waiting 5 months. Back to the story here. So yeah, basically, YouTube considered me an outlaw. So during that week, I received another strike. It was not a copyright strike, but it was a community guideline strike. This community guideline strike was because, basically, guys, I do agree. This is the only fault I do fault myself for, guys. I did use, a policy that was not right. I used something called title spam. Basically, I spammed the title in the description to help drive viewer engagement, help drive my my video on the page, on the YouTube homepage, not homepage, but just on the search bar. I do agree this was my fault, and yeah. The thing is, guys, I've been using that that policy for about a year now, title spam. And I never had any copyright, any community guidelines issues in the past. But like I said before, I became an outlaw. So YouTube started looking for those things more often than they looked for before. So before, they probably would turn a blind eye. But now they have a copyright strike. They no longer turned a blind eye to that issue and gave me a strike, a community guidelines strike. So at this point, I became very frustrated. Became very frustrated. And the part that really frustrates me, guys, is a week later, right? Microsoft came back and said, "Oh, you're right. You did not violate any copyright acts," so they removed the copyright strike. So the reason why this is so frustrating is because I was not guilty of the copyright strike. So if I did not receive that copyright strike, there's no reason why I would have received the community guideline strike. So yeah, I repealed the community guideline strike. But of course I lost because technically I was violating the rule. But if I didn't have the copyright strike, YouTube would have turned a blind eye to the issue. You see, this is why it's so frustrating, guys. So yeah, I agree. The community guideline strike is my fault. I really should have stopped using that. A few people did warn me that you should stop using it, but I didn't listen. And for that reason, it's my fault. But in the end, guys, I could have still been making videos right now. It's because of the copyright strike that was not, it was false to begin with. So basically, because YouTube has a policy of guilty until proven innocent, I got screwed over. That's it. That's really it. So guys, for the next 5 months, I will be posting on here. That's why I'm not posting on Pebos, because basically I'm a felon right now. Basically, in their books, I'm a felon. So anytime I make a video, they will look at it with much detail. They will look for anything wrong, anything wrong. They will try to get me deleted. That's why I can't post on my channel, Pebos. I've been making videos for 7 years on that channel. I'm not risking getting it deleted. 6 months is not too bad. So yeah, guys, all I hope is when I come back on May 15th that you guys come back as well. You know, I'll be here. Don't worry, I'll be here. You know. That's really all I have to say. That's the story. I did not spare any details. I told you the full story. And yeah, that's it. You know, I didn't tell you about All News USA sooner because I wanted to get it up and running. I wanted to get everything going smoothly before I told you about it. So yes, that's it. Guys, hopefully you understand why I'm doing this. And, you know, it sucks, but I will be back. And when I come back, I'll be better than ever. Because I've learned a very valuable lesson here. You know, that's it. So thank you and bye.